Hi, this is Paul with Alpha Rain. I wanted to talk to you about metal roofing in Front Royal, Virginia. We are the metal roofing company, Alpha Rain, and we've been installing just metal roofing for the last 15 years or so. And one of the things that we're excited to talk to you about and actually show you if you have us come out and give you an estimate is ventilation and how that works. We've actually designed a product that's exclusive to us. We've got a patent on it, and it's a ventilation, under roof ventilation system. I want to show you that real quick. This is called the Thermavent, and this is a great product. We've installed it on a lot of homes now, and basically what it does is it stops all three ways that heat is transferred. So let's talk about how heat's transferred real quick. If you have a cardboard coffee cup, right? You got to put a sleeve on it when you put hot coffee in it, or you'll burn your hand. Cardboard's not really, it transfers heat pretty well. So that's why we went with polystyrene. So with that, if you put hot water in your coffee cup, right? You want to put a sleeve on the outside. Now, some of the sleeves these days are just cardboard, and they can get a little hot, but the best ones were the ones, or are still, the sleeves that go around your coffee cup that have little air gaps all the way around them. It allows for, air is a natural barrier, insulator against the hot and the cold. And it'll actually, if you have an air gap at the bottom and the top of that little sleeve, which they did, the hot air would go into those channels and rise out, and you wouldn't even notice it. And so you're basically just venting your the heat from your coffee cup through that, and it's not getting in your hand, right? So these grooves are those air channels in your sleeve on your coffee cup, right? Well, now let's talk about a styrofoam coffee cup, right? Styrofoam coffee cups are normally only about 1/16 of an inch thick. And you can put 200-degree coffee in there, and your hand on the outside, it's only about 100 degrees on there, and that's about what our body temperature is anyways. You'd be running a little fever if it was like actually at 100, but you get the point. And it doesn't transfer. Styrofoam does not transfer heat. It actually stops the transfer of heat. That's why we went with styrofoam. And this is a little bit less than an inch. So it almost has 15 times or 14 times greater thickness than an average styrofoam coffee cup. So you can imagine, we actually install this grooves down, and the metal roof is on the top. And as that heat is trying to go through this panel, it can't, and it doesn't, because styrofoam stops that direct transfer of heat. So people ask us, well, is this a better insulator? Well, it doesn't. We're not using it as an insulator. We're using it to stop that direct heat, because on the bottom here, any heat that does get through is going to be vented out. The last thing is we put a radiant barrier down, and the radiant barrier goes down first. Radiant barrier, if you're not familiar with it, it reflects the radiant heat. Explanation of radiant heat is if it's 30 degrees outside and you're sitting in front of a window in full sun and the sun is coming through, it actually can be 80 or 90 degrees on the other side of that glass, and you feel that radiant warmth, right? That's radiant heat. Well, in your car, how do you stop radiant heat? The best way in the summertime, if your car's, the windows are all rolled up, it's in direct sun, and it's coming through your windshield, you'll actually put a radiant barrier. You might not know it, but anything that you put in front of your windshield, normally that you buy, the fold outs or the ones that expand, those are actually based on the same, you got to have an air gap, and it reflects that radiant heat. A lot of them are silver, and some of the best ones have little bubbles of air inside of them, and they're real thin. Well, you got your air gap here. We put our radiant barrier down. We vent naturally as hot air rises, and then we stop all of the heat that's trying to go through from your metal roof into your attic. Let's talk real quick just about what that does for you. Average attic that we test, not by results of anybody else, is 150 degrees in your attic. With this system, we get it down to 100 degrees. On a 90-degree day, even 95 degrees, we're getting ratings about 103 degrees inside the attic. So 8 degrees difference, you need that. And at the top, you need that. Most of the time when we test the attic air temperature at the bottom, it's the same as the outside air temperature. So 95 degrees outside, 95 degrees in the base of your attic. At the top, it's a little hotter, but that's because the hot air is rising and it's escaping out. So you need that. Your AC is going to work a lot less. If it's 150 degrees in your attic and you're trying to cool down to 75 degrees, it's going to take a long time. Even though you have some insulation in your attic, it cannot sustain that heat. So if we get that heat out of your attic, your insulation is going to work a lot better. Your AC units can work a lot better. And we're seeing savings anywhere from 10 to 30% on your energy bill. These are real, where we actually looked through the energy bill. One of those homes was mine. I installed the first one on my foreman. We installed another system on. He was saving about 20%. I was saving 10-15%. His home was a little older. He had more some draftier windows and some other less insulation. So he actually saw better savings because we reduced the attic air temperature in his attic. So check us out online, alpharain.com. You can also call us directly, 540-222-1642. Thanks for watching this video.